What is going on, everybody? It's the Francis, and we're here again for us. We're here for the Extreme Rules preview and prediction show. We are going to talk about Extreme Rules, or lack thereof Extreme Rules, with only having a few stipulation matches and only three under the Extreme stipulations, with a cage match, an Extreme Rules match, and a tables match, which, oh, by the way, is on the pre-show of all things. A tables match, a cage match, and an Extreme Rules match, which the Extreme Rules match is saved for the women's championship match for Monday Night Raw. Can someone explain that one to me? It's just one of those things that I don't get, man. It's just Extreme Rules is not what it used to be. Extreme Rules used to be every single match was under extreme stipulations. Then, for some reason, when they went to this new ugly logo with the X with Extreme Rules in it and everything, it just went like, we're going to get rid of the Extreme. If you're not going to abide by the name of the pay-per-view, it's time to kill the concept. It's just one of those things that WWE needs to get rid of. But we are going to talk about Extreme Rules. We do have 11 matches, 10 matches on the main card. We have a 30-minute Iron Man match, and we have 10 main card matches. This thing is going to go till past midnight, isn't it? Because we do have a 30-minute Iron Man match. I know it's not a 60, because if it was a 60, this thing would be going till 1 o'clock with all these matches. Starting off with the New Day versus Sanity tables match on the pre-show. I say Sanity is going to win this one. They need this win because 2 losses on the record already. The only win that the group technically has is a DQ win for Eric Young over Jeff Hardy. Other than that, they lost their first 6-man tag match against Jeff Hardy and the Usos, and then they lost in the 10-man tag match with Eric Young taking the pin. They need this win. Sanity is going to put Killian Dane, or someone is going to put one of the members of New Day through a table. I wish they would do elimination. I think elimination is a lot better because you see more than just one table spot. They just want to do one, fine, whatever. Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens, as you've known since before Money in the Bank. Kevin Owens has been trying to convince everybody we need to take Braun Strowman out. This guy is going to win the Money in the Bank ladder match if we do not take him out, and everything fell on deaf ears. Kevin Owens was thrown off a 20 or 35-foot ladder through a couple tables, killing him for that night. And Braun Strowman ended up winning Money in the Bank. The very next night, of course, Kevin Owens tried to befriend him and tried to, do if we don't have to be friends, but you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back type of mentality, in which he would help Braun Strowman win the Universal Championship with the Money in the Bank. In exchange, he gets a Universal Championship title match. That did not go well, and Braun Strowman ended up chasing him out of the building. Then you had 2 weeks ago, I believe, Braun Strowman came into the office after the week before, where Kevin Owens and Baron Corbin faced Finn Balor and Braun Strowman in a tag team match. He's like, well, Kevin Owens just wanted to try to be my friend, so I'm going to sit there and, I'm going to team up with him and try and befriend him as well. So it was made Kevin Owens and Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin and Finn Balor. Baron Corbin and Finn Balor, of course, got themselves counted out, and Braun Strowman and Kevin Owens won. But Braun Strowman chased Kevin Owens away after the match and ended up flipping Kevin Owens' car, which, they didn't show him flipping the car actually, because you know as well as I do that's not a feat of possibility. Then, of course, the next week after that, last week, not this past Monday, but last week, they had a match. Was supposed to be Kevin Owens versus Braun Strowman. That match lasted about 2 seconds before Kevin Owens bailed, went to the back, hid in a porta potty, and eventually got taped closed, and he got drugged to the apron, not to the apron, but to the stage, and shoved to the other side with blue paint or blue liquid or whatever all over him. Kevin Owens was out of commission for the next week. He came into Kurt Angle's office this past Monday and was like, listen, I have a doctor's excuse. I can't compete tonight, so I'm just going to stay right here in your office where I am safe. Kurt Angle was like, you know what, Kevin? You have done everything you can to get away from him, so I'm going to put you and Braun Strowman in a cage match. I, as well as others, do not care about this match. What does WWE think we want out of a Braun Strowman, and Kevin Owens match? Is this just going to be one of those things where Kevin Owens just goes in there, gets the hell beat out of him, 1, 2, 3, and that's it? Or are they going to do something where Braun Strowman ends up getting screwed over and Kevin Owens escapes somehow? I don't know. I'm going with Braun Strowman. Well, actually, no, because he does have Money in the Bank. Braun Strowman doesn't have to actually be winning. But I'm going to sit there and just say Braun Strowman. The match really nobody cares about. Speaking of matches nobody cares about, we have Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin. I'm going with Baron Corbin. There's nothing between this match that I really care about. So, Baron Corbin all the way. Jeff Hardy versus Shinsuke Nakamura, United States Championship match. This match was supposed to happen a few weeks ago when Shinsuke Nakamura was bitten by a police dog, the night before. So that match got turned into Sanity's Eric Young versus Jeff Hardy in an open challenge match, which of course led to Sanity losing their first six-man tag match. Anyway, Nakamura, of course, came back to wrestle this past Monday. Not this past Monday, this past Tuesday on SmackDown, where he faced AJ Styles again, instead of, just going with the tag team match that it ended up being, because Rusev was out on commentary. We'll get to that match later. Rusev was out on commentary to distract AJ. Pretty much at the end of that match, he pulled AJ down and caused a DQ. Him and Nakamura went to beat up on AJ Styles, and AJ Styles had some backup with Jeff Hardy. Paige made it a tag team match, and the heels won, with Rusev beating Jeff Hardy in the middle of the ring with a Machka kick after a crotched up Swanton bomb. Now, Nakamura is probably going to win this match. It is a way to be like, well, we booked ourselves into a corner here, because originally, I guess, it was supposed to be Andrade Cien Almas versus Jeff Hardy in this spot, but they backed themselves into a corner instead of having Nakamura win the title at Money in the Bank and have it go Money in the Bank again. We could have had Nakamura Nakamura win the WWE Championship, go to Extreme Rules, and lose it, which I'm not a fan of anyway. And I'm in agreement with anybody. Nakamura should have won the WWE Championship at Hell in a Cell last year instead of losing to. He honestly should have won it at SummerSlam and not have that bullshit finish that we got where he Kinshasa like both members, Singh brothers, and end up eating a Colossus. Should have won it, took it off Jinder Mahal. We could have had Brock Lesnar versus Shinsuke Nakamura at Survivor Series in a one-on-one match, but WWE missed the boat on that one. So WWE booked themselves in the corner, and they had to give Shinsuke Nakamura the title match this time and just leave Andrade Cien Almas out in the cold, which is not fair to Almas, but since he is relatively new and I think his opportunities will be coming, he did have, I will say off of this for a second, Almas and Sin Cara had a great match, in my opinion, and it could be built up for them to have a match to where if he's not facing a Randy Orton or somebody else at SummerSlam, they could have a big blow-off match, probably on the pre-show, between Sin Cara and Andrade Cien Almas at SummerSlam. Back to Extreme Rules. So Nakamura is going to win this match. WWE and Vince McMahon loves to have that foreign heel. People are like, oh, Vince McMahon hates the Japanese superstars. Vince McMahon doesn't want to give Shinsuke Nakamura a championship. He just wants to. That's maybe for the WWE Championship, but this is the United States Championship. Vince and Shinsuke Nakamura is a heel. Vince loves heels having this title. This is why I wonder why Jinder Mahal never got the United States Championship at that time until WrestleMania this year, and held it for a couple weeks until he lost it at the Superstar Shakeup. That should have been the title that Jinder Mahal had all of last year coming out of WrestleMania, but no, you gave him the WWE title and slung it through the mud for about 7 months. So Nakamura will win this match. Nakamura will go on to SummerSlam to probably face somebody like a Shelton Benjamin, or let me do it like Shelton Benjamin, or a Randy Orton for the United States Championship, and hold that title probably for a good bit of months. So I'm going with Nakamura in this match. Let's see here. We have Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley. I'm on the Wikipedia page in whatever order they have them in. I'm going in. So, yeah, Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley, which is pegged, I guess, to be the main event again. This is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. If this is by far the main event of Extreme Rules, Vince McMahon has lost his damn mind. How many times has Vince McMahon come on TV and say nobody's bigger than WWE, nobody's bigger than the championship of the WWE Championship? How hypocritical does Vince McMahon sound right now? And you cannot feed me this bullshit of Roman Reigns. Oh, the corporate doesn't want me to have the Universal Championship. Corporate is holding me down. You're in the main event of a pay-per-view when the WWE Championship is on the line, and you're not wrestling for that title. Do not spin me this bullshit that you're sitting there. Oh, management's keeping me down. I can't get Pete Brock Lesnar because management's screwing with me. Give me a break. Give me a fucking break. That's bullshit, and you know it. Since this is a singles match, no title shot on the line, I'm going with Bobby Lashley simply because if it was for the number one contendership, it would go to Roman, but WWE wants to try and get sympathy for Roman, which is not going to work. So Bobby Lashley is probably going to go over on Sunday. Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental Championship in a 30-minute Iron Man match. This is why this show will be over 3 hours long, because you will have a 30-minute Iron Man match. And the problem with this being, with 10 matches on this show, and we have one of them being an Iron Man match, is that a lot of these matches are probably going to be cut short. A lot of the matches that you expect to have a good bit of time, which outside of Jeff Hardy, Shinsuke Nakamura, Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns, and probably Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens, nothing else really matters, and AJ Styles versus Rusev, this match is going to eat up a lot of time. 30 minutes, it's a good bit of a pay-per-view, especially if they only want to do it 2.5 hours. That's, and there's 10 matches. That's going to cut up, and we're going to sit there and we're going to read and we'll be like, man, this match should have went a little bit longer, or, oh, this match was short, man. Why was this match short? Oh, that's right, because we have this Iron Man match. And there's a lot of talk that this could be the one that closes the show, which if you really want to put it down, this title has felt like, and I put it in my notes on Monday, this title, the Intercontinental title, has felt like the main title, the big title on Monday Night Raw. The Universal title means absolutely nothing right now. Has no lineage, has no prestige. Putting it on a guy who isn't even there 95% of the time does nothing for this title. When Brock Lesnar won the WWE Championship in 2014, it was different because that title has a 60-plus year lineage. He could not damage it as much and drag it through the mud. Hell, not as bad as Jinder Mahal did. Brock Lesnar, as Universal Champion, has ruined that title completely. There is nothing special about that title. The Intercontinental title with Seth Rollins and his feud with The Miz, and then his feud with Dolph Ziggler, and all the title defenses in between, has made that title mean more than any title on Monday Night Raw. I'm going to go with Dolph Ziggler on this one. I think it's going to be, I could see them maybe wanting to do, because these guys have wrestled 30 minutes before. They have wrestled about 30 minutes before, so the fact that you're having a 30-minute Iron Man match between these two, and the winner, and the fact that it wasn't the main event match the other, 2 weeks ago when it was the rematch for the Intercontinental title, wasn't that 27 minutes or maybe 30 plus minutes? So putting these guys in an Iron Man match where I could see them trying to maybe do something a la Bret and Shawn from WrestleMania, 11 or 12, where they went to a draw. Oh, we need a winner, so overtime, and Shawn Michaels ended up winning, something like that. Or you'll have, with Bayley and Sasha Banks, when they did the Iron Woman match, where they were neck and neck, and then Bayley got the final tap out, the final fall within seconds before the timer was up. I'm going with Dolph Ziggler. I think Drew McIntyre will have play a part in Dolph Ziggler retaining the title, but Dolph Ziggler is going to beat Seth Rollins for the championship. And again, this is an Iron Man match, but it is not extreme. You want to make this a fun match? You want to make this a good Iron Man match? We got to make it an extreme Iron Man match. But we'll see what happens. I'm sure McIntyre. I don't think McIntyre is going to be the one. He's going to get involved probably early and get sent to the back, like halfway through. I don't think he's going to be there at the tail end. I think it's going to come down to these two facing off again at the end, towards the end of this 30-minute match. If you give me any match to close the show, please close it with this one. If you're not going to go with AJ Styles versus Rusev, please. This match over Bobby Lashley and Boring Reigns, please. The Bludgeon Brothers versus Team Hell No. 3 weeks ago, Daniel Bryan was in a gauntlet match. And he was the first man in. He beat Joe. He beat Big E in 2 excellent matches back and forth. It was Big E, then Joe. All of a sudden, the Bludgeon Brothers, who when Daniel Bryan was making his entrance, were leaving the ring, he got in between them. So they came out, hit him with the Crucifix Powerbomb combo, which I think is a way better finisher than what the hell they were using before them, which is where they both grab an arm from somebody and just throw them down ever so lightly. This one is so much better. Hopefully that was good old Pat Patterson or someone in the back. It's like, I like the other move better. But anyway, they came out, hit him with the Crucifix Powerbomb combo, and Full Nelson Powerbomb combo, whatever it's called. And The Miz came out and pinned Daniel Bryan and threw him out of the ring. The very next week, Bludgeon Brothers were on Miz TV. Miz trying to, stir the pot because he's a good pot stirrer. And Daniel Bryan came out and made a challenge to one of the Bludgeon Brothers, and Harper was the one to was the one to answer the challenge. Later in the night, we had Harper and Daniel Bryan in the main event. Daniel Bryan was seconds away from making Harper tap out when Rowan came in and beat him down, causing Kane of all people, to come out and make the save. And then for whatever reason, Paige come out and says, hey, you guys just reformed, you didn't deserve this, but we're giving you a tag team championship match at Extreme Rules. So we got Team Hell No versus the Bludgeon Brothers at Extreme Rules and then of course the next week, which was last week, Daniel Bryan and Kane had their first match back together, beating the Usos in a pretty decent match, minus Kane ever being a participant. Kane obviously needs to stop wrestling. You could tell when they faced the Usos that he is sloppy, he is slow, he is sluggish. This man's 50-some years old. Glenn Jacobs needs to go work on his Mario campaign and not be wrestling anymore. This Team Hell No thing, which I hope will end on Sunday. None of this stuff, and there was rumors about Miz going to be running in to set up a match at SummerSlam, but Miz is going to be in Washington, D.C. for the Celebrity All-Star softball game for representing WWE, which is a good move for The Miz because he is a good mouthpiece and a good representative for the WWE. I'm going with the Bludgeon Brothers. I see no reason for Kane and Daniel Bryan to win this match. There's no reason to give Kane and Daniel Bryan the tag team championships. Kane needs to, and this is what needs to happen, is that Kane and Daniel Bryan need to be beaten, and then the Bludgeon Brothers take out Kane and, lay them off TV. That is it. That is done. Kane is over with. Done with it. He got rolled up earlier this year on Monday Night Raw with the announce table. Why is he on SmackDown now? Did he forget he was on Monday Night Raw? I thought that was it. Kane's written off. Good. We'll have to see him again. And then they bring Team Hell No back. I don't want to see Daniel Bryan being lessened by doing this. He is above this entire shtick. Then this past Tuesday you had the 10-man tag match, which Daniel Bryan ended up beating Eric Young, which again, that makes no sense. You should have had, I don't know, the New Day take a pinfall, or Daniel Bryan take a pinfall. No, we have Sanity take the pinfall. But I'm going with the Bludgeon Brothers over Team Hell No. This shtick needs to end. Daniel Bryan should be on to bigger and better things, and Glenn Jacobs, Kane, needs to go back to worrying about his political time. Carmella versus Asuka in a shark cage match with James Ellsworth in a shark cage suspended above the ring, which James Ellsworth is so skinny and so small that unless they double the bars, he's probably going to just just go, I'm out, and slip right out and help Carmella win this match. I hope not. Asuka needs to win. Get this terrible title reign over with. She is as well. The SmackDown and Raw Women's Championship titles have no prestige to them like the WWE Championship, but she is literally a female Enzo or a female Jinder Mahal. She can't wrestle, can't talk on the mic. She is annoying as hell. She has done nothing for the belt. She has done nothing for the company, but sit there and be a representative for total fucking divas. Give me a break. I'm done with it. Asuka needs to win so we can get Charlotte, Asuka 2 at SummerSlam. The leader of the world, Matt and Bray Wyatt, yes, versus the B team, the team of B. The rumors going around is that the B team is going to lose this match because we're going to see the AOP, and I think I pitched this once before too. The AOP are going to beat Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt at SummerSlam for the tag team titles. So the leader of the world are going to win this one, and I'm fine with that. I just want this thing to be over. The shtick of Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy being mocked by the B team with Curtis Axel playing a shitty Matt Hardy. And, okay, I'll admit it, Bo Dallas it's his brother. I mean, what else do you expect? It's Bo Dallas parodying his own brother. That is just genius. He plays a better Bray Wyatt than Bray Wyatt does. It's just funny. It is funny how Bray Wyatt's brother plays a better Bray Wyatt than him. What I would like to see is with this whole Woken universe, have these guys lose, and then we get another, somewhere down the line, we get, before SummerSlam, with the AOP waiting in SummerSlam, we have another final deletion, or some other deletion thing, and these two get thrown into the lake of reincarnation, and they come out as being Woken warriors now. The leader of the world's over them. I don't know who put these things in order on Wikipedia, but they have AJ Styles versus Rusev below Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax, but I'll go in order. Rusev versus AJ Styles, which should be the main event. When you have the word WWE Champion marked towards your name, the last time AJ Styles was in the main event of a pay-per-view was Fastlane. The last time SmackDown had a dual-branded pay-per-view. The only reason he was not. The only reason he was in the main event is because that was the only main title they had on the line. So, Rusev won the aforementioned the gauntlet match we talked about earlier. Rusev ended up winning that thing, which I wanted to be Big E, because I think Big E, as I said in that match a couple weeks ago, showed that he is definitely primed for a singles push by himself. And just getting him a singles match would have been interesting to see. And him and AJ Styles, as you saw with Daniel Bryan and Big E. If you see Daniel Bryan and Big E put on that type of match that they did, which was an excellent match, him and AJ Styles could put on a hell of a match. AJ Styles is going to win this match, but let's talk about this. This is not a, what can AJ Styles do? This is, let's see what Rusev can do to impress the WWE brass. If he comes out here and puts on the best match of his career against AJ Styles, and again, with the 30-minute Iron Man match, I have a feeling this match and all the other matches are going to get cut short, minus Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley. With Pittsburgh, please, when this match when Rusev versus AJ Styles is over and we get Asuka versus Carmella or Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss before the travesty of Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns, I want everybody to get up, turn around, and head home, because the main event is going to be Rusev versus AJ Styles, and anything after that is not worth it. Anything after that is not worth it. This will probably be the third to last match on the show. This is, again, Rusev's chance to actually show WWE what he can do. Put on a stellar match, and maybe we're like, we have a good hand here. This guy's going to be able to do something for us. Maybe next time we want to give a foreigner a championship run as the WWE Championship, we got Rusev. Rusev over AJ Styles. No. AJ Styles will beat Rusev. Move on to SummerSlam to probably face Samoa Joe. Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax. This, of course, happened because of Money in the Bank. As you all remember, at WrestleMania, Alexa Bliss lost her championship to Nia Jax. Then at Backlash, Backtrash, whatever you want to call it, Nia Jax won. and conquered the bully. Then the build to Money in the Bank, she challenges Ronda Rousey and pretty much makes Alexa Bliss look right by, instead of, taking on the bully or being a nice girl, she turns out to be a bully. Nia Jax's entire time has been compromised because she was a heel for the majority of her run. She turned babyface to take on Alexa Bliss. She turned heel again to take on Ronda Rousey. Now she's back to being a babyface. And by the way, she's put on some of the worst matches against her and Alexa Bliss have put on the worst matches outside of Carmella. Carmella versus Asuka, Carmella versus Charlotte have been the worst matches on the main roster, and Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax have been the second worst. The only passable match that Nia Jax has had for a championship match was when she faced Ronda Rousey, and that was Ronda Rousey. This match is Extreme Rules. This match is going to be... I don't know. Apparently there's rumors going out that these two actually detest each other so much. I think they're just rumors. Just because they unfollowed each other on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, on whatever. That's just being a proper storyteller. I don't like you. Why the hell would I follow you? Why you don't like me? Why the hell would you follow me? They hate each other in story. They might be best friends back in the States still. You just don't know. This isn't a Total Divas thing. Thank fucking God. This is supposed to be real life. Make it feel like that. Alexa Bliss is going to win this, and I guarantee you Ronda Rousey is going to get involved. She will be at ringside. I'm hoping this match is the first thing we get done. I'm hoping this is the first match we get done so we can just get it out of the way. We already have to deal with Asuka versus Carmella later in the night. So, I'd say Alexa Bliss is going to win, Ronda Rousey is going to get involved, and that's a given. You're not going to have someone say, well, I'm going to be at ringside. The reason I want this to be the first match we get done, this is the one to open the show, is because they already had the thing saying Ronda Rousey is going to be at ringside. If this is not the first match on the show, and Ronda Rousey is not at ringside the entire show, it's going to make it look like, oh, that's bullshit. She's not really here. And then we get to the match, and oh wow, Ronda Rousey's right there. Just do this match first. Have Ronda Rousey in the crowd during the pre-show. Ronda Rousey in the crowd during the pre-show, having someone go up and talk to her, have Kathy Kelly, Renee Young, whatever, Mike Rome, whoever, go over and ask her a question about tonight. When are we going to see you? Which would not be this coming Monday. Next Monday after this will be the next time we will see Ronda Rousey. We should see Ronda Rousey on WWE TV outside of Sunday. So Ronda Rousey is definitely going to get involved. Maybe Alexa Bliss goes over and talks trash to her. Maybe Ronda Rousey gets up and Alexa Bliss slaps her. I don't know, but she will end up getting involved, and that is going to be that. That is your preview and predictions for Extreme Rules, the lack thereof Extreme Rules, because this show is not really extreme at all. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at TheFrance. Hit that follow button over there. Follow me on twitch.tv/TheFrance08. Hit that follow button over there. You can hit subscribe as well. Hit that subscribe button here. Comment down below. Like this video. I'll be back for Unscripted on tomorrow. We're going to have a little bit of an opening that is different. But after that, we're going to talk about Brock Lesnar's status for everything. Paul Heyman's status. What coach trying to take credit for Fox getting Monday Night SmackDown Live. And much, much more. Until then, my name is TheFrance. You have a good one, and I will see you.